Welcome back to another episode of Mock Draft right here on the Feo Grande YouTube network. I am Bill Smith, and I'm joined as always by the man, the myth, the legend, Feo Grande himself, Omari Ellis. Omari, we are doing our mock draft here, and it's not the one where we're just doing some fun, goofy, random stuff. It is the fantasy wrestling season, and we are at the pivotal post-Survivor Series point here at our fantasy draft season, where we are going to we started it post WrestleMania, and then we redrafted let's see, right before SummerSlam, looks like right after Money in the Bank, and then we are going to readjust our draft here today with you shortly following Survivor Series. Then one more adjustment right after Royal Rumble before leading to WrestleMania, where the final totals are tallied for the season. Omari, how are you feeling coming on, going into Act 3 of our season here?
Uh, you know, I'm feeling confident about some choices. For the most part, I feel like in the moment, I made a lot of the right choices. But as I am even further behind than I was previous season or the previous video, I gotta figure some stuff out. But I have a couple obvious that we'll get to it. But I got some decisions that I need to make.
Let's talk about who our MVPs of our team were in this second half. I believe my first half I had Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan, and this chapter of the season I have as my MVPs Cody Rhodes once again coming in with 28 points, and then I have Bianca Belair coming in with 25 points. So those are my MVPs of my team so far in this chapter. How about you?
Yeah, so my MVPs in the first half were the King and Queen of the Ring, Gunther and Nia Jax. And here we are at the end of Act 2. We got still at the top of my division with 24 points. I got Nia, and with 23, I have Gunther. So those have both panned out well as before she got injured, Jay Cargill with 21. He's the closest behind the other two on my team.
All right, now the other side of the coin here. We got our failures as GMs. Um, I had in the the bottom tier of my team here. I had at the very bottom with somehow only 2 points.
Ow! Ow!
No, that's impossible. It's 3 points. It's not adding up. Hold on. Hold on with me here.
No problem. I'm still surprised at that.
Okay. All my formulas are correct now. All right. Tied at the bottom of my team with somehow 3 points despite being Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. And this is pretty, I don't want to say typical. I mean, it happens often in WWE history, from my understanding, with our Money in the Bank winners, is because they are carrying around that briefcase and they know that they're going to be likely a title holder in the very near future. They, as wrestlers and employees, are willing to take pins, help other wrestlers get over, as well
Yeah.
as the management is willing to sacrifice some win and loss stock for their character because they're about ready to be in the title picture any second with that briefcase. And so that seems to be what has occurred here with Tiffany Stratton at just 3 points, as well as my tag team champions on the Raw brand, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and
Dave
JD
McDonough.
McDonough. My goodness. Um, with their complete and utter lack of proper defenses, uh, has led them to only 3 points in this chapter. Utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Um, I also have honorable mention Seth Rollins at only 4 points so far. That in its time was a draft for the future.
Yes.
I drafted him when he was barely back from injury. I think he
He,
hadn't done much, and I knew that he wasn't going to be a everyday guy.
yeah.
Um, but I also knew that
Seth
he
Rollins.
was Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
and he was going to be important come this time of the year. So I'm hoping that's the case for that draft choice. Otherwise, he had 4 points, so just barely eking above last place on my team. How about you?
All right. So, well, last place on my team with a 1 point after being drafted in our first draft. Wasn't even just the second part draft, wasn't even a replacement. He's been with the team since the start, and at one point we have Ilya Dragunov. I tried to get him as a winner. They made him lose all the time. So I'm like, fine, I'll get losing points for him. And then he starts winning and gets injured. Best of luck to him. Fast recovery, wishing him the best and all that. But damn it, 1 point, Ilya Dragunov. But right with him, just 1 point more, with 0 points this season as well, or this second part, 0 points as well. Logan Paul. Logan Paul has 2 points total throughout the whole thing, and yeah,
His loss to LA Knight at SummerSlam, and then he
oh
has not appeared since.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So 2 points. Okay, so those 2 points are just from this half. Okay. Yeah, 2 points. Logan Paul. So that's one of my worst decisions. I thought WWE was high on him because they kept putting him on everything. I'm not the biggest fan of the guy anyway, but hey, he did his thing, and his thing was not a much. Yep, that's pretty
Not
much
much.
that.
All righty. Well, so I guess we're
Ready to
ready to get
go.
into it.
All right.
Let's get it going.
So
As
total
Oh, go ahead.
current point totals,
Oh,
I
yes. Yeah,
believe.
we didn't cover that.
We have Bill at 224 and myself at 198 after the first part where it was 88 to 66. So Bill is still in the lead and has slightly extended that lead. Brings us into the next part of the draft.
Now, remember, we are coming up on a season where we have our Royal Rumble winners that each will receive 10 points, and I would assume our Elimination Chamber winners would also receive 10 points, as it's
I see that.
the same single year gimmick as Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah,
Um,
we're entering that neck of the woods here. A 20-point deficit is not necessarily
yeah. Oh no, there's still a chance to come back in this.
correct.
Just gotta get some people that won't get me 0 points in 3 months. That's all I gotta do. Uh that said, I guess it's time to get to the drafting. And as the one running behind, I believe I'm going first. And I believe we're doing a snake draft style.
Yeah. I think that's how we went
Yeah,
in the reset of post Money in the Bank.
cool. So with that in mind, I'm going first. First thing I'm doing, because we can drop from the category and add in these adjustments, I'm dropping Logan Paul, the aforementioned Logan Paul. I'm dropping him, and I'm adding the soon to be joining the league because he's at the very least going to get some TV time, even if he's not going to be in the title picture. And you're going to have to be strong to get rid of this motherfucker. John Cena, let's go.
Ooh, you motherfucker! You motherfucker!
John Cena.
Ooh, I didn't think you were gonna do that. I didn't think you were gonna do that. I was gonna do that. You son of a bitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do on my mail side now. Okay, I have time to think about it at least. Um, oh man, 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 man. All
Yes,
right.
the second I realized that, I was like, "Oh shit!" I was looking at some other people, but I was like, "Nah, Cena. I need my TV time points.
All right. All right. All
I
right.
want some, so I need him to come
You
get me some points."
motherfucker. Okay, okay. All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. We didn't talk about doing a clock.
Oh yeah.
I might be subjected to needing a clock.
All
Um,
right. What's the clock time?
I don't remember what we did. 30?
We can do 30.
Um, but I know what I'm gonna do now.
Okay.
Uh, and it's crazy.
Ooh,
It's crazy.
it's
But
crazy. I like it.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
And that is dropping my Raw Tag Team Champions
Okay.
in the Judgment Day and drafting the New Day.
Ooh, okay. Nice. Considering that, considering them as well. Given the light of everything going on right now, they got this newfound cohesiveness
Yep,
through
yep.
hatred, the
We'll
power of
hopefully find
hatred.
out more in this coming Raw. But yeah, they have done something huge to Big E, and it looks like they are going to be bad guys. And I'm excited for this coming chapter of New Day, and even doubly excited if I'm earning points. All right, so now I have a second thing to do, don't I?
Yes. Timer
Okay,
started.
okay. I am going to. I am going to drop Bailey and preemptively draft Miss Becky Lynch, someone you dropped after chapter one.
Yes, because after week one, she went off of TV for a while.
Yes, and she still has not reportedly done anything.
So you betting on the Rumble.
I'm betting on maybe even Raw Day One.
Oh, okay. A way to start the new year off. Becky Lynch. Okay. That's a nice move. All right. So I'll go ahead and start the timer for me. So already did the men's division. You've already done your women's and your tag team. So I'm looking at my tag team division right now. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw. Well, look at the points real quick here. Sorry. Yes, I'm going to. I had to drop one of them. I think one team's going to do more than the other, so I am dropping the Unholy Union. Uh, and I am getting the Motor City Machine Gun, my backup to if the New Day got picked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be getting the Motor City Machine Guns. They'll get some TV time at least. Uh, People seem to like them a lot, go to Detroit and all that. So timer restarted. My next thing is I have to drop Ilya Dragunov for my loser points man. And I am replacing Ilya Dragunov with the dirty one himself, Dominic Mysterio.
I already had my pointer finger hovering over the capital D. I had shift held and was hovering over the D because how could you not?
All right. And so that will be my snake thing of that.
Okay. All right. I suppose timer is back on me.
Yes.
I am going to drop Sami Zayn from my male category. Now the question becomes, who do I draft? Do I draft Jacob Fatu, who I think is going to win a lot of matches, but maybe not necessarily be in big title picture? Do I draft Roman Reigns, who could have a very high likelihood of the men's Royal Rumble, but wrestle a total of 3 matches in the next,
3 months or
oh,
so.
I think it's one of those two.
Mhm.
It's TV points, big points, I think. And honestly, I think Jacob Fatu is going to get pay-per-view time,
Yeah.
but like I don't think he's winning the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's maybe he might fight Cody Rhodes for the WWE title at Elimination Chamber kind of thing.
He would be a beast in the chamber if they put him in there.
There's just so many people right now for the
There's
men's
a
heavyweight
lot of
title
people.
picture, even though there's two of them. There's so many guys with CM Punk's return, Seth Rollins being healthy, Drew McIntyre being elevated so strongly. Um, yeah, it's that's why I'm deleting Sami Zayn is just because he's elevated himself to that main card picture, but he's so far down on that
Yeah.
list. Um, oh goodness. I'm going to draft Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. I was thinking about Roman Reigns myself, so I cannot even refute that or dispute that decision because that's who I was thinking about. And then I remembered the Cena thing, and I was like, "Yep, Cena."
I'm gonna regret not doing Jacob Fatu. I'm sure. I'm sure of
Eh,
it.
You know who I think is funny that still didn't get drafted after 3 points, but we have to point it out every time? L.A. Knight. Yeah.
For LA Knight. I'm just not an LA Knight guy. He's very popular. He's very popular. He gets huge pops. He gets the yeah is very over. I'm just not an LA Knight guy. I don't know why.
It's just funny that keeps
I don't
happening. I
even
wasn't a
think
Logan
about
Paul guy
him.
either, but I was just when he had the title.
Shinsuke Nakamura is actively our US title holder right now and also not drafted.
Yeah, if I could make more than one choice, then probably Shinsuke would be on that list. But it's the one switch out. That said, back on.
I still have the second in my snake.
All right, starting the clock.
Which I've done women, I've done men, I've done tag. So this would be my last one if I want to switch out my loser, Chelsea Green.
Who started weak, but she started getting you some stuff.
Yeah, she
But
got me some points. I mean, she's going to be a little bit of a loser, but she might win the US title here in a minute. She's kind of the
oh,
odds-on favorite to be US title holder.
gotcha.
If it's not Bailey, who I just dropped. Um, You know what? I think I am going to stand put.
Okay. So that leaves me with the women's division. All right, my women's choice as the last pick, right? Because I think I did men's tag, loser. So yeah. So this is the hardest choice for me because Rhea Ripley, fantastic choice. Nia Jax, fantastic choice. Io Sky, number one contender for a title. She got me 13 points. She's at least double digits compared to half of my fucking team.
Good TV point getter.
Good TV points. Great TV points. Then we got Jade Cargill, who's third place on my team, but she's injured.
Maybe.
But she's injured. So that's where it comes into the thing where it's like, should I get the points? But the maybe part, which is what I was going to get to, is, could she come back in a couple weeks? Should she come back at the Rumble?
They still have not formally stripped them of those tag titles. I feel like that says her absence is not long, or else it would have just been immediately stripped,
Mm-hmm.
or they just they don't want to have to worry about crowning a new one right now, so they're just
I
quiet
could have
about
given
it.
it to the fucking unholy union and given me some more points. That said, I am going to make a similar bid in my women's division and bet on the future and stay put. I'm betting on her coming back, even if it's not soon, maybe at the Rumble. But
All
yeah,
right. All right, then that's it. We're locked.
yep.
We're locked. Okay.
Thank you
So
very much to Gunther and Naya for being my rocks here
Bianca
of
and
the
Cody.
season. Dude, that
You
Cody
got the
Rhodes
heels and
thing.
I got the faces.
Yeah.
um,
I said it off the screen before. It's like your background. You got two people on top who are kind of smug about it but smiling, and then I got two people on top that are kind of angry about it. I mean, she's kind of indifferent, but he's definitely angry.
yeah, yeah. All right. So on my men's side of things, I have Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Braun Breaker. On my women's division, I have Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, and Tiffany Stratton. In my tag division, I have The New Day and DIY. And then my loser bracket, I have Chelsea Green.
Yes, and for me in my men's division, I have Kunta, the Ring General, the Scottish Terminator Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, the another big person for me, and I have the man himself, John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not giving up, much like John Cena says. Word life, basic
Except when he gives
thugonomics.
up in approximately 365 days.
That's not giving up. That's going home.
Woo!
And on women's side, I have Jade Cargill, I have Io Sky, Nia Jax, and Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Rhea Bloody Ripley out here with the broken face and still winning matches. Go up, go
Still,
Ray.
and not only that, headbutting people. Actively headbutting people with a broken face.
She's crazy. Uh, and in my tag team, I had the Street Profits and MCMG. Hopefully, those two teams get me some TV points over the weeks. And in my loser, I have the dirty one himself, Dominic Mysterio.
Just would have earned you losing points in a world title match against his fellow teammate
Against
Gunter
Gunther.
just last week on Raw. All right, man, this looks like a
Yeah, that's what
good.
makes him that's what scares me is that he had a close match in that,
Mhm.
or he had some moments. I'm like, I hope they don't start pushing him because he had a good show against Gunther.
Now let's talk here. These are our rosters that will be going into the Royal Rumble. Um,
Yes.
I think we discussed off camera at one point that we may do a little special pop-in ep where we try to
For the
guess,
Rumble itself.
yeah, where we try to guess the Royal Rumble entrance, um, which probably likely almost the majority of our squad is going to be in the Royal Rumble or appearing in a match on the pay-per-view. Um, but I mean, as far as potential Royal Rumble winners, I think you cannot deny
Yeah.
the man you just drafted in John Cena. Um,
And if you do, it's with the tribal chief who you also drafted. I thought about drafting the Boulder himself, The Rock. Well, not the Boulder himself. Technically, Mick
I
voiced that
thought about
character.
drafting The Rock. I thought before I started talking, it was Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns, and The Rock, and then I eliminated The Rock pretty early because it's like there's still the reports that he may not even do anything, and he may literally, if he does anything, it may literally be the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, or just WrestleMania. Um,
Like he's just literally final boss at this point. You
yeah,
have to earn it.
he just
You
walks
get
in
to
and he's
me.
like, no. Like they give the Royal Rumble win to somebody who The Rock could say no to, unlike Cody Rhodes, and then he walks in and he says, "I'm taking your main event." Um, that's always a potential. I would say if for any reason Gunther was to not have the belt come Royal Rumble, a very good contender for a Royal Rumble winner. I believe he's been 2, 2, and 3 so far in his history of placing in
Yeah.
Royal Rumble. Um, Damian Priest, I talked to you about it off camera. I feel like he is a dark horse wild card. If they wanted to use the Royal Rumble to make somebody, I don't know if this is the year to do it, but Triple H seems to very much like one Damian Priest.
Oh yeah.
Um, Seth Rollins, long historied career, has never won a Royal Rumble.
Could this be the time?
Could
It's a
this
hell of
be?
a time for it to try to be your time.
He's certainly in that category of top tier potentials.
Yeah.
Obviously, if for any reason Cody Rhodes doesn't have the belt, if they wanted to be the first ever 3-time back to back to back Royal Rumble champion, that'd be a little crazy. Um,
Like,
on the women's
okay.
side of things, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, um, all very possible for Royal Rumble winners. Liv Morgan was uh, second place last year against Bailey, so she's also definitely a possibility. I am for sure looking forward to the season ahead. And it starts
That's
off with Saturday night main event that by the time this is up on the internet has probably already happened and probably already earned us points. If you want to see
Yo.
us go EO, go EO. And I'm not even, that would literally take points away from me. And I'm still rooting for it.
Because you still
Like,
get points as
I
well.
mean, the second Liv Morgan loses this belt, she may become irrelevant, which would damage my team.
That's
But
okay. You got a lot out of her. I was upset when you drafted her instead of me, so it worked out.
Um, yeah,
And eventually it may be Tiffy time.
let's go, Miss Money in the Bank. Come on, you need to. Let's see, Chapter 1. Old girl earned me 11 points, which isn't great, but isn't terrible.
Double
But
digits.
because that was a shorter chapter than Chapter 2, which was almost twice the length. So we have room to improve. Room to improve, I would say, with Miss Money in the Bank. Let's hope it's Tiffy time come come Royal Rumble WrestleMania season. If you like seeing us talk about other nonsense, we have sports shows on Saturdays every week around 11 a.m. live right here on YouTube. We also talk about movies and TV shows on Tuesdays called You Don't Watch Movies. It's actually called This Guy Hasn't Seen, and it involves us sharing movies back and forth that one guy has seen, the other guy hasn't, and that's really fun. It's kind of like a movie club. It is the most favorite thing we do here, for me at least. This one is a close second. So check out. This guy hasn't seen on Tuesdays. We also have Whatever We Want podcast on Wednesdays coming back very soon with friend of the channel, Super Jazz.
Jazz.
Also, stay tuned here on the channel. It'll probably be a mock draft. We'll probably slot it in the mock draft episodes. But here we are going to be joined by Super Jazz and Brother Ibn to our big bro Ibn to
Brother Ibn.
Brother
That's
Ibn.
for the congregation.
Big bro Ibn is his Feo Grande name. We're going to be joined by them where we dissect, debate, discuss who are the top 10 wrestlers of 2024. I'm sure that will be heated and lively and entertaining discussion for all of us there. So stay
You
tuned
get
for that to come out
conversations
very
with
soon.
us? No, those don't happen.
So stay tuned very soon for that to drop on the Feo Grande YouTube network. Omari, what else do we got?
Well, I also have a Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in, stop on by. I'm streaming day 240. You know what
Every
that
day,
means.
240.
Yes, sir. And yeah, that's pretty much going on there. Thank you guys so much for watching. You got anything else before we wrap this up? Nope. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time. Adios.